The entire wiring system was replaced on the C10 Build. The old wiring was coming very brittle from many years of hard service, and for safety reasons, it thought it best to replace the entire system. The build plans for the new truck called for several systems that were not originally installed, such as cruise control, air conditioning, electronic dash, modern ignition, electronic fuel injection, and entertainment systems. I selected American Auto Wire's Classic Update wiring system for the truck. The system comes with a new fuse block, all new labeled wiring, and most of the switches needed for the truck. The kit also contains very detailed, color-coded instructions. The battery and primary wires were removed from the engine bay and relocated along the right frame rail. Number 2 welding cable was purchased for the primary leads, and new ends were crimped and soldered to make the extended battery cables. The cables were attached to the frame with stainless steel helix clamps and insulated where necessary to prevent damage. The alternator is a 150 amp single wire alternator. These two photos show the pigtail used to excite the alternator. Spark is provided by a Holley HyperSpark distributor, being fed by a HyperSpark capacitive discharge ignition box and a HyperSpark coil. The ignition module and coil are mounted under the dash above the transmission tunnel and are hidden by the console. The new fuse box features many blade fuses and has provisions for 20 different circuits. This is the connector where the wires to the front lights pass through the firewall. The dimmer switch was wired into the original position on the floorboard. It was later discovered that the switch was hard to access with the kick panel speakers installed, and the dimmer switch was moved to a lever on the steering column using I-Did-It components. 68 wires leave the fuse box and branch throughout the truck. Many other wires travel throughout the truck, such as to the dome light, third brake light, fuel pump, brake warning lights, air conditioning and entertainment systems, and will be covered in some of the other videos. This photo was taken while working on wiring to the front of the truck, and this was taken when preparing to string wires to the rear of the truck. These 3 photos were taken when I was adapting the original battery box location to accept 2 mega fuses used in the battery cable system. The battery was later moved to the frame rail, and these modifications were not used. An electrical panel was made for the mounting of the ignition box and coil. The electronic dash was treated with Deutz connectors to allow better access for future service if needed. The steering column was wired, and the cruise control was mounted behind the glove box, and a control lever was wired into the new steering column. Several wires pass above or through the transmission tunnel to communicate with various areas of the truck. The console contains the EFI control module as well as several warning lights.